But Jim, I wanted to ask you, what drew you to this character?
Probably, someone that was very close to my own faith, but the man who is absolutely authentic, a coach that isn't, they say there's a saying, what you do in private is who you really are. This guy, I happened to watch a documentary where the boys that he was coaching were looking at him and their eyes were glowing as if they were about ready to cry, and their hearts, you could see, were burning. And he said, that's where I need you to be in order to. And I thought of that's the best moments of my life, the best moments that I've done great things, and many things that I was not proud of, but that I had some form of redemption because I had great leaders like this guy that helped me to change, helped me to become a better individual, and I'm a product of them.
And it's interesting because he's not a very loud person at all. He's very quiet. You played him that way.
Sure.
And yet he was able to reach people in such an effective way.
Well, when the Navy SEALs come to town, you'll see that when they're talking to their own troops and through training in Coronado, they're not big yellers, but there is fear that comes out of those guys' ears when quietly when they go up to them and say, you're not getting it done.
Right.
And you don't have to raise your voice.
Right.
Just it's not what you say, it's how you say it sometimes.
Right. And Michael, I read that you'd mentioned that you wanted to do an inspirational story and looking to do more of that in your own career. Is that what drew you?
Yeah, that's certainly what attracted me to this project. And I was the captain of my football team in high school, and my coaching staff at that school were very much philosophically in league with these gentlemen. And I just thought, this is the kind of movie I want to be involved with, something that my family, anyone can see. And it's not about football. It's about overcoming adversity and teaching boys to become compassionate, conscionable, accountable young men, and how they would go out into the world and conduct themselves and rely upon each other.
What would you want, Jim, for young men to take away from this movie?
Ladouceur spoke to his players one time when he says, I'm not asking you to play a perfect game. That's impossible. What we're asking of you and what you should be asking yourselves is to give a perfect effort on every play from snap to whistle. He said very clearly, love means you can depend on me.